So it's game day in Sky Bet League 2 is Cheltenham Town taking on Barrow AFC, and we are going to be joined by a Cheltenham Town fan in Redford. How are you doing today, mate?
I'm good today, mate. Yourself? Obviously, I'm looking forward to Cheltenham possibly picking up this dub, but I'm not going to be doing any slander. But yeah, I'm good today, mate.
Yeah, it's probably going to be It's probably going to be a tough test. Both sides going into this game with a big 3 points. With us beating the Saddlers 1-0, you're going to beat extra 1-0 in the last minute. But it's going to be a very, very tough game. But in this match preview, we talk about form for either side going into this game, standout players for either side, and both of our predicted lineups and score predictions. So before we do get any further into this video, if you haven't already, please don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll also leave Redford's channel group in the description. So let's get straight into it. So Barrow coming into this game with a 1-0 win over Walsall in their last game. On the other hand, Cheltenham Town coming into this game with also a 1-0 win in their last game. What are you thinking coming into this game then, Redford? Like, how do you think? Do you feel confident?
I'd say I'm reasonably confident because obviously it's not natural territory for us to be top of the league. But considering, yes, I understand we actually picked up the 3 points in the last game, I can safely say we didn't deserve it. We got dominated, and we got quite lucky because it was like a 90th minute header or something close to that. But yeah, obviously both of us coming off the back of the win, it will be very even. But yeah, I'm always confident, to be honest.
Yeah, same with us. I'm still confident on the reverse fixture when you came to where Hawker Street, we went and beat you 3-0. So I'm pretty confident coming into this game, but you never know what could happen. It could be a very, very scrappy. It could be very, very entertaining to watch. But let's go through now. Let's move on to standout players for either side coming into this game. So who would you say would be dangerous players for Barrow fans to look out for?
Okay. Well, firstly, I'd like to say Alfie May, because even though he didn't actually start the last game, he's had a very good season. Him partnered with Smith, obviously the new lad on loan. They're both getting goals. They look like they've got a good connection, and I think if they come into the game in the right mood, they could both get a goal. But obviously, it depends, obviously, which one of them turns up. Because if it's the Smith that played in the last game, it wasn't the best performance. But yeah, he's had a good season so far. And then the other player, I'd have to say Circum, just because every time he's on the pitch, he's got a good strike on him, but it's mainly his passing. So if you don't press him well enough, he could control the game. But apart from that, I'd say everyone's on decent form. But yeah, those are the three standouts, I'd say.
Yeah, for the Bluebirds, three standout players for us, I would say one of our defenders in Tom Davis and Patrick Brough. Patrick Brough scoring 2 goals against Mansfield Town. That's 3 goals for him now against the Stags. He scored in the reverse fixture, and he scored 2 at the home fixture. Another standout, Tom Davis getting into the team of the week for the Bluebirds. He was in the team of the week for us this week. Also, another standout player in Scott Billy, scoring 22 goals last season. He's got 8 this season. So it's gonna be a good test for Cheltenham to keep Scott Quigley out. Now moving on to what I would say is probably a bit of mixed things that I would like to say in this is our predicted lineups. What do you think will be your predicted lineup then for Cheltenham Town?
Yeah, so like I said, even though our last performance was a bit ropey, I don't really like to change too many things if you're carrying on the winning run. So I'd like to stick with a pretty similar lineup to the last game, making only 1 or 2 changes. So the back 4 stays the same. So Griffiths, I'd like to stay in goal because the Loney keeper's actually made quite a lot of decent saves and clean sheets this season. The back 3, Freestone, Tozer, and Long, that we've only been playing that due to injuries. But it looks like Will Boyle, etc., will be back soon, which will be good. The same midfield 5 as well, actually. So Hussey and Blair as the wide wing backs, with the 3 in the middle as Azaz, Circum, and Thomas. But then I'd actually like to change the strike partnership to bring Williams in, just because I think if you're going to get a goal coming off the bench, I think that deserves a start. And then Alfie May, because like I said, I think he could do well in this game.
Yeah, for my predicted lineup, I'm going to say with a 3-5-2, I'm going to say In goal, Joe Dixon. A back three of Tom Davis, James Jones, and Cosy and Clare. In the wing backs, then I'm going to say Patrick Brook. In the right wing back, I'm going to say Neil Lurdley will start because Brad Barry picked up a concussion injury in the last game. Two holding midfield in Jason Taylor and Chris Taylor, just behind the two strikers, Jamie Devitt, and then up front Scott Billy and Luke James. I think that'll be a decent side coming into this game. I don't think there'll be any much to really change apart from Neil Lurdley coming into the side to replace Brad Barry. But now moving on to the last category that I want to really talk about in this match preview is our score predictions. What are you thinking will be the score in this game?
I know obviously you performed very well in the other leg, but with this Cheltenham side, I don't really see that many goals. But I also see lately, if you look at our results, apart from a few fluke fixtures like Bradford, etc., we've actually had pretty good defensively. So I'd like to say just a basic prediction. Sorry, I'd like to say 2-1 to Cheltenham, but it could most likely go 2-1 either way.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be a scrappy 1-0 win in like the last minute, like us score to get a 1-0 win, or you score and get a 1-0 win at either side. But yeah, that'll be my score prediction. But who do you think? Where do you think? Do you think you potentially could win the title this season?
Yeah, we've had good runs before. Okay. I think it could happen. Obviously, theoretically, anything can happen. But realistically, I can see us like maybe falling off at the very end, but still getting automatics.
Yeah, where do you think Barrow have got the opportunity of staying up in this season?
Oh yeah, definitely. Obviously, haven't you got the few points advantage and a few games in hand, have you?
Yeah, we got a game in hand over Port Vale. We're like only 3 points behind them that are going at 21st. So if we could beat Hughes, it'll be very, very good for us to move up to 21st. But nothing else to really talk about in this match preview then. But if you have enjoyed this match preview, don't forget to smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, as I've said in the preview, go and subscribe to Redford's group channel. I'll leave the link in the description. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you for another video very, very soon. Peace.